When you think NBA superstar, what comes to mind? Guys who dominated the game, entertained us every night for years, and of course won championships. So what about the guys who are ringless? The Stocktons, Malones, Ewings, the Iversons, well, their days are over. But what about the ringless superstars currently playing? Will they ever win one? And let me preface this video by saying I hope one day these guys do win a ring because damn it, they deserve it. Well, without further ado, here are my top 5 current NBA superstars who will never win a ring.
Play clock at 5. Score 4 goals. 3. A 2 home run and 1.
At number 5, I got PG-13 Paul George. PG has been one of the most dominant two-way players the past decade. The 8-time All-Star has been in the league since 2010 and has played in 108 total playoff games. The man has reached the conference finals 3 times in his career, so it's not like he's never had a chance. So PG couldn't get past LeBron as a member of the Pacers. We all remember that. And we all remember that time in OKC when Dame Lillard drilled that logo 3 in his grill and then waved goodbye to the Thunder. And his current stint with the Clippers, well, it's been rather disappointing. Now, there's no denying PG is a Hall of Fame caliber player. He'll probably make the Hall of Fame. He's definitely going to make the Hall of Fame. I guarantee he makes the Hall of Fame. And he's only 33. I mean, PG's got some time still. But by the looks of things and the way this season has gone so far, the Clippers are in trouble. And that means the chances of a ring for PG are slim. I hate to be Johnny Raincloud, but Paul George, he's not winning a ring. At number 4, I got Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy Butler. You gotta feel for Jimmy Buckets. He's an elite talent who's led his team to the finals twice in the past couple of years. Jimmy certainly has a decorated basketball resume, but the one thing missing is that elusive title. That Bulls team was tough early on, but like what happened to Paul George, LeBron happened. He brought that dog mentality to Minnesota, but he was the only dog on that team. Same thing in Philly. The process couldn't be trusted. Finally, he found that Heat culture, and he's had his chances, but has come up short. Butler's 34 and time's ticking. He might have one more title run left in Miami, but then again, Jimmy makes a living on proving the doubters wrong. At number 3, I got James Harden. First ballot Hall of Famer and of course one of the greatest offensive forces of all time. But unfortunately, the way his career has gone the past couple of years, well, a ring doesn't look too promising. He's played in 160 total playoff games for his career. And the baby beard reached the finals as a member of the OKC Thunder back in 2011, but he hasn't been back to the finals since. And that is thanks largely to Steph Curry when Harden was a member of the Rockets. They just couldn't get past the Warriors. Warriors! And I really thought that Nets team was going to win it all when they had Harden, Durant, and Kyrie, but shit just hit the fan. Also, I gotta say it, Harden's had a reputation for disappearing in the postseason. It's a fact, look it up. And as we all know, Father Time is undefeated and it looks as though he's on the decline. Taking all of that into account, I'd be very surprised if the Beard ever wins the title. At the number 2 spot, I got Russell Westbrook, possibly the most decorated player on my list. Brody has literally done it all except win a ring. And honestly, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but his chances don't look good. Russ ain't no scrub, but his best days are clearly behind him, and this Clipper team is certainly in trouble. Like Harden, Russ reached the finals back in 2011 as a member of the Thunder, but never again. He's played in 116 total playoff games and has reached the conference finals 4 times. And after the Thunder, he was part of multiple failed experiments, which continues to this day. We've seen the Harden-Westbrook combo tried before in Houston, it didn't work. We've also seen him play with Bradley Beal in Washington. That didn't work. We've seen him team up with LeBron and AD. That didn't work. We've seen him pair up with Kawhi, James Harden, and Paul George. And it's still not working. And I know it's been only like 10 games, but like still. By the way, he just turned 35, so he's not a spring chicken anymore. Can't hold it against Russ at all, but he's not winning a ring at this point. And at number 1, I got none other than Chris Paul. CP3 is arguably a top 5 point guard of all time, and he's a guaranteed Hall of Famer. But the one thing you can hold against him is he's never won a ring. It wasn't going to happen with the Hornets. Lob City was fun to watch, but they couldn't get over the hump. Houston and OKC were failed experiments. He had a legit chance at winning a ring in Phoenix, but he couldn't get past Giannis. And now he's ring chasing with Steph and the Warriors. He's relying on an older Steph Curry. But we gotta remember, it is year 19, and it just looks like at this point it's not in the cards for him. He's 38 years old with maybe 1 to 2 more years left in the tank, but at this point, it doesn't look too promising. I mean, listen, I'm the biggest advocate for Chris Paul to get a ring. If anyone in the league deserves a ring, it's CP3. He's number 1 most deserving of a ring. All right, so that's it for my top 5 list, and I got 2 questions before I let you guys go. Which player did I leave off the list? And out of the guys I did mention on my list, who do you think is going to be the first to win a title? With that being said, my name is Brad Parker, and that's my top 5.